Good day and welcome once again to LATOKEN Venture Capital TV. We have a great show today prepared for you, great interview with even rewards. So we're going to touch base a little bit later about this. I'm going to be a host for today. My name is Xavier. And like every session, we're going to bring you the innovation, technology, and solutions that you always want to hear about of the new upcoming projects. And the best of all is that during all our sessions, you get to hear it directly from the CEOs or the relevant speakers talking about their projects. Usually you are able to post the questions, but today we have a special episode. However, you still can post any comments you have in the chat box. As a reminder, before we move on, you can always see our previous shows and by visiting latoken.com/vc/shows. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel because not only you get great information, great content, but you also get to participate in the rewards that we have, which is fantastic. One last thing before we jump on the interview is that anything mentioned here is not any type of financial advice. Please do your research before making any decisions. It's your choices and your responsibility. With that said, I would like to welcome our guest for today. It is DeFi Land. And with us today, Erwin, who is a team lead of DFL project. Erwin, welcome. How are you?
Hey, thanks for inviting me here. I'm doing well. I'm pretty happy to be here and just gonna have an opportunity to speak with your community. So yeah, thanks for inviting me here. How are you doing?
Great. We're very interested about the project, about
Appreciate that.
DeFi Land, which is a gamified decentralized finance. So
Yes.
we have a lot of questions about it,
Mhm.
but before we move on, I would like to ask if you can introduce yourself and the project a little bit.
Sure. So I'm gonna try to keep it short. So my name is Irvin. I'm a team lead of DFL, and we are trying to gamify all the crypto experiences at the same time, like DeFi, decentralized finance, the portfolio management, NFT trading, play and earn, and everything at the same time. Where you have this kind of virtual village, you can call it the metaverse, where you have all the different features of the crypto at the same place, but in a gamified manner. You have like the farm, you can just trade, you can play, you can have pets and earn the kind of different cryptocurrencies using the gamification elements. So it's kind of pretty immersive experience, and we're adding more and more features daily.
Okay, great, fantastic. For our viewers, to learn more about the project, please visit defiland.app. You will have all the information required. You have the roadmap, the team, the investors, there's the opportunities for staking, the documents, and so on. So please do visit that website to learn more. Now, Erwin, you have prepared something interesting for us. You gave the task out there to earn rewards, and you accepted that, or you selected the 10 best questions out of hundreds that you receive. And out of those 10 questions, today we will announce which ones were the best 5. And each of those will receive 15,000 DFL tokens. We will announce the winners here, the questions, and we'll be contacting those people who sent that specific question personally, one by one, to give them the rewards. Again, it's 15,000 DFLs tokens, and we will announce the winners at the end of the show. So please stick with us. However, we will address the 10 best questions at the end. Once again, we will provide, or we will select which one the best 5 top questions. Okay, Erwin, are we ready to start?
Sure, that's awesome. Actually, like there have been a lot of amazing questions. I would love to kind of answer all of those, but it would just take hours. So let's just gonna go and with those top 10 questions, and hopefully we can cover all the interesting topics about DeFi land.
Okay, so I bring you forward as you are the man of the moment, and you're going to reply to all of these fantastic questions. So let's start. Number 1, What is the reason that this project, DFL, will survive in the next few years and can provide benefits for all the players? I think a very relevant question regarding what's
Indeed.
what's happening with the market now and DFL. So please, if you
Yeah,
can.
that's a great question for sure, and we'd love to kind of challenge ourselves with kind of hard questions. So there are several reasons why we do believe that the DeFi is really unique, and why DFL will survive this bear market or whatever it could be called. The first thing is that we have been building persistently daily already for 1 year, and we didn't really have any day offs or anything, and we have delivered, I do believe, like the most product or features if you can compare us to any other project out there. And we have been just constantly delivering and improving the game, and we have built our instead of just kind of doing some different just the promotional stuff, we've been actually heads down building, and we have delivered, and we're going to be going and keeping that way. Plus the thing is that we have the funding for that. As we kind of did our seed round back 1 year ago, we actually secured the funding to have at least for more 2 or 3 years of the runway, so we're good to go. There is no kind of, we're not afraid to run out the cash, so we won't be operative. And finally, the thing is that the community that we have out there, everyone is kind of super supportive. Everyone is kind of building different tools for DeFi to succeed. And together with our community, we're building an amazing game with a lot of amazing economical stances. So I do believe, with all those stuff said, as well as kind of, we already have like 4 different use cases for DFL, and the use cases will be increasing month by month. And with all these things said, I believe that DFL and the DFL game itself will be not only surviving through this bear market, but actually coming on top.
Okay, that's really important because yeah, as we've seen in this crypto winter, a lot of things has happened and a lot of projects didn't make it. So I think this question is really relevant. And if you don't mind, Erin, a question of my own, I'll just put it out there. Can be a little bit of a tricky question.
Sure.
What's more important? What's more relevant for DFL? The token value or the community?
Yeah, I do believe that that's a great question, but the answer is that those all three are bound to each other. So like everything is connected. So if you care about the community, and if you build for the community, like community is first. For like, our motto has been that we will, and we have always been building for a community, whatever they like, whatever they suggest, whatever they wish for. Whenever you do that, and the community are the holders of the FL token, they will be, token itself will be coming up, because it has a utility, and the people are using, your community is using that token. And so it was like the token community. And what was the third one?
Okay, no, that was it. Basically, token versus community.
Yeah, I mean, like the basically, if you do it for a community, then like token will follow up for sure.
Okay, thank you. That was a personal question. I just wanted to
Cool.
throw it in there. Okay, thank you, Erin, for replying that. Now, question number two: does your team have any experience in this field, and do you trust your team members to make this project a very successful one?
Indeed, it's not our first time building anything. So we had like previous experience in developing these tech startups in a web 2, as well as working with the really big companies like AWS and Nvidia, and many different great companies. And afterwards, we have been involved in crypto since 2017, so like 5 years. And we have seen like the previous bear markets. We have seen when DeFi, we have been here when DeFi was getting started. We have been here when NFTs were booming and it's getting started as well. So because of that, we have pretty much know like all the different details about the crypto industries. And the team members as well, like the core team that we have, like engineering team, we have been building together. Like personally, we're coming from the same school, same university. We had been working previous startup that we exited together. So the thing is that we trust each other like our family. Yeah, and literally, and we have pretty big conviction that we're gonna be building an amazing stuff with our community.
Thank you. And again, to our members, remember that you are able to visit the website and there's a little bit more information about the team behind the project. So you can always refer back to that. Let's go to the third question. And it reads, did you consider community feedback requests during the creation of your project in order to expand on fresh ideas for your project? And it further comments, many projects fail because the target audience and clients are not understood. So I'd like to know your ideal consumer, what your ideal consumers for your project. So I think there's two questions here. Let's address the first one. Do you consider
Okay.
community feedback requests? Did you consider the feedback community request in the creation of the project?
Indeed, actually, like we once we started like 1 year ago exactly. We since then we were having, I believe, like the default actually is the first project that has had this much AMAs inside our community. So we are every week, every single Friday, we're having our farmers hall. So that's the way we call our AMAs. And every week we're answering all the questions. Like even if you just type a random question in the channel, we're answering, basically covering something like 100 to 100 questions per day. And even so, we have a suggestions channel as well, and we have implemented already more than 25 different features just by the suggestions. Like people just come and just said, like actually, like the first one that we implemented back in June was that someone actually said that it would be really fun to have the weather setting following your portfolio. So whenever your portfolio is performing bad, you have a rainy weather in the DFL land, and whenever the portfolio is performing really well and you're booming, then like you have a sunny days in your land. So that was like the first feature that we integrated through the community feedback and requests. And since then, like we have implemented a lot of different DeFi, gaming, and like visuals things. And like I'm pretty happy to say that DeFi land is really truly community driven game, and we'll be continuing this way for sure.
Okay, thank you. That was the first part of the question. And then the second part of the same question, number three, states many projects fails because the target audience and clients are not understood. So I would like to know who your ideal consumer is. So you have to imagine the profile of your
Yeah.
typical user. Can you please tell us who would that person be?
So yeah, first of all, before I describe the kind of ideal customer concept for the Fallen, like we appreciate each one of the user that we have, and mainly like whenever the user is playing the game and he enjoys or she enjoys doing that, we consider him or her the ideal customer. So we're kind of always trying to build for everyone, to kind of have the place where everyone can enjoy and spend some time. But the ideal, we have three different customer types. The first one is the people who don't know actually much about the crypto and the DeFi and NFTs, and they want to learn. And like DeFi is the best place to get started because it has like super easy gamified UI and gamified experience exploring the crypto. So it's kind of really good starting point. So that's like the first kind of user base that we have. The second ones are the people who are using DeFi or NFTs actively, but they are kind of they want to kind of get some more gamification on top of that. So they want to have some fun. They want to have some additional features in this while they're doing their tasks. So we have the kind of this music, we have the challenges, we have the achievements and different kind of competitions in DeFi Land that makes fun to kind of interact with DeFi and NFTs. And finally, we have the play and earn, and people who want to who are interested in to kind of getting into play to earn, and they don't have like tons of money, like the thousands of the dollars to invest in Axie Infinity, for example, or any other different play and earn games which are so expensive. For in our game, we have like different mini games like fishing, shooting, like the farming activities basically, and you can super. First of all, like get into the DeFi Land for free. You don't have no entrance fee, and if you like the game and if you like just the overall vibe, you can really easily just get the one NFT, which is like the $20 currently, and get started with the earnings. So I do believe that those are three different types, and we are gonna adding more and more people from all the three customer bases. And yeah, I truly believe that this year gonna be really crucial for us.
Okay, great, great. Sounds very good. Eric, just a personal question from my side here. Where is your community coming from at the moment? Is it like coming more from Europe, Asia, or it's rather mixed?
Yeah, it's super mixed. So we have been mainly doing the global marketing campaigns. We have tried
Hmm.
several local ones as well, but like the thing is that we have the people just starting from the US, then Latin America. We have just European, a lot of Australian, Asian people as well. And this statistically, I believe that most of the ones currently are in Europe and Asia. But it's like really even, like it's mainly, it's like just a 2 or 3% difference. But it's cool to see that everyone from the entire world are joining. It's not just like one country or two countries that are interested in here.
Yeah, that's a fabulous part, and I think the strength of a community, that it doesn't have to be focused on one part of the world. It can just be really so international as long as the community supports each other. So that I think is really the strength of the community. So great. That I'm happy that you have a positive and very energetic community out there. Let's go with number four. And since smart contracts are prone to failure, and many projects fall victim to it, costing user funds and discrediting projects. How reliable and secure are your smart contracts? And did you test it with a third party?
Yeah, so that's a great question as well, because the security has been number one priority for us as well since the beginning. And we have before we gonna publish or just gonna launch new features, we are always doing several layers of the testing. So first of all, we do it in the team, in our engineering team. Then we have the testers, which are kind of outside team members, and then finally we have the focus group that we do, like our pretty loyal and active users that we gonna give them kind of beta features to test. Now, after all these three layers are passed, then we just kind of proceed with the audit and security, and then only then we launched our features. So I would say that it's kind of one of the best, the most secure ways to launch something. So I'm pretty happy to say that we have not basically faced any security issues so far, and I hope that we're going to be continuing this way. And the thing is that we have done many different audits, like starting from our own different web application to the staking and token launch and different things. But the main thing is that we are keeping this kind of these layers, and as it's being tested by like multiple eyes, like over 100 people are testing before it gets launched. I believe that's like the number one, the best thing that we can really rely on. So yes, we're always thinking about the security all the time.
I think that was an interesting question also. You mentioned about the audits. So is if am I right to say that the project DFL is audited?
Yeah, sure. So we have done multiple, like we have done three of them already
Uh-huh.
officially. We have done like several more even unofficially as well. So it's been audited by the Certic as well. When it's been audited by like different kind of open solutions and different kind of auditing companies on Solana. And currently we're gonna be launching our NFT marketplace, I believe, the next week, which
Mhm.
the audit has been finished, and we are pretty confident that everything works fine, and we're gonna be launching that the next week as well. So yeah, we're always being audited for sure.
Okay, that is great news, and I think that itself a differentiator because not every project is audited. As we know that audit is somehow voluntary, it's not compulsory, so it's always a plus, and it's always good to be audited for peace of mind of the investor. Because at the end of the day, it is an investment, right? So, what better to show transparency and build confidence than having an external audit? So that I think is very good.
Indeed.
So, for the fifth question, are you planning to promote your project in countries, regions where English is not so good? Do you have a local community for them to better understand your project? It's interesting because just before we were talking about communities, that you have it very international. So yeah, so what happens if people are interested in your project but they don't speak proper English? So I think this is a good question.
Indeed, I do believe actually, like this, since the beginning of the project as well, we have been talking about that. It's kind of really, really bad that all the projects are only focusing on the English language. And like if you don't speak English, or if you don't understand it really well on the high level, then it's super hard to kind of get at what the DeFi is, what the NFTs are like. They can understand what all the kind of cutting edge technology and how they work. So because of that, we have said that since as our game will be launching finally, once we will be coming out of the beta, we will have at least of 8 different language supports. So DFL will be available in the Russian, Brazilian, I mean like Portuguese, German, like several Asian countries like Chinese, Japanese, and so on. So we're gonna be adding more and more languages all the time. And cool thing is that the community has been helping us with this translation as well. It's not like we're kind of lacking the community engagement. Like a lot of people have been helping us with a lot of things, and the translation is one of those. And because of that, I do believe the Thailand will be pretty successful. As like we already kind of planning the local campaigns in different countries as well. Like just we have like several coming in the Korea, Brazil. We have several coming into Vietnam and Philippines and stuff like that. And with all those kind of targeting, I do believe that it's gonna be really unique to have just all the different regions onboarded to DeFi land.
Oh, that's great. That's great. It's fantastic to have like different local communities for language support and a little bit of guidance. And yeah, as we know, not everybody's fluent in English, so that also can create some kind of issues. And doesn't mean that there's a great potential for the project in that country. Is that there are language barriers, but also with all the technology nowadays that you can always put automatic subtitles and so on, then you can really be close to that community. So we have reached 5 questions, and now before we move on to the other five, I just wanted to give you a glimpse to of the website, and if you just bear with me,
Sure.
and I hope you can see it now. Here it is. Here's the website, as I mentioned before, and I'll post here once again the link for the website. The website is defiland.up. And again, as you see here in the top, you have the about, roadmap, team, investors, staking rarity, and docs. This is just to give you an idea about what can you expect. You can see here the roadmap here clearly defined and up to date. You can see the next projects, what's going to happen until the end of this year, and of course the team. The mention is always good to know. Several investors, which is always good. And here you have the part of the community, how to reach the project and share and so on. So I just briefly wanted to share that with all of you. And if you please just give me one more minute, there's something else I want to share, and it is the page of just give me 1 minute, bear with me, please, where you can actually purchase the token. Here we are seeing the page of LATOKEN, and that page is latoken.com/exchange/DFL_USDT. Simply go to LATOKEN in exchange, type in DFL, and you will find this page. Here you will be able to invest. Okay, this is the latoken.com page. If you do not have a LATOKEN account, please simply go to latoken.com, open account. You'll need to upload only one piece of ID, and then you'll be ready to start trading. So that was the part that I just wanted to mention. Sorry, Erin, that I was taking a bit of your time for that.
That's awesome. Like, actually, thanks for sharing and just kind of showing the people how to just access the website and get the token on the token as well.
Okay, my pleasure. Again, people, please remember latoken.com. Simply type in DFL in the search panel, and you'll be able to reach that to reach the project, that specific page, and you will be able to invest in it. And again, please do visit their webpage. It's very important. So let's jump on the question number 6. Marketing is a central element for every project. So that everyone knows the potential that a project can bring is vital to achieve the goal set. What is your strategy to attract new users and investors to your platform and keep them long term?
Yeah, that's a good question, and we have been asked that for several times already. The thing is that we are always actually just doing some kind of marketing campaigns, like just people do not really understand clearly, but kind of having the regular announcements, the medium articles, like just the doing different AMAs and everything, kind of is like actually great marketing campaign, and there you're actually kind of having the information where which is searchable on the web, and people actually can see that there is some things going out there. But we do have some additional things coming in this summer, which are we have like experience in basically planning different marketing campaigns for a long time for different companies. But we do have different campaigns on the Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, the coin market cap on different kind of web platforms and different things. So there will be different campaigns, activities where you will be able to earn DFL or just earn different DFL and NFTs. If you just do different social tasks, if you engage with different content and everything. So we have different things like that coming. The thing is that we're wait. So currently our game is in beta phase 2, which is like the rebalancing phase where we're kind of rebalancing the numbers, how much people earn, how much they spend, and everything. And once we kind of finished with the first phase of the rebalancing, we will be pushing. We will be activating the marketing phase 2, where there will be more of the resources spent on different directions, and we should be purely getting some new users. The thing that people don't really understand is that attracting new users is not that hard. You can just really easily just kind of pay them like $5, and they will be coming into the game. But the main challenge is to kind of maintain and retain those. So that's like why we're trying to build the game which is actually fun, which is actually enjoyable. And whenever you have the game which people just really enjoy to play and everything, then whenever you onboard the new users, they will be staying. So that's like our number one priority right now.
Okay, thank you. Uh, we have been receiving a couple of questions, comments from our viewers about the reward. So there are 10 questions. Just explain, sorry, Eric. Just explain to our viewers.
So
There has been selected 10 questions out of a few hundred that has been received. And out of those 10 questions, we will be choosing 5 questions, the best 5 questions today. And those will be the ones who will actually receive the 15,000 DFL tokens. Okay, just to clarify that for our viewers. So, okay, great. Question number 7. Many new projects make a good impression at first, but are suddenly abandoned. My question is, how will you manage the project and the token to get a position in the market and become the best token in the crypto world?
yeah, actually, the thing is that we have, as I said, that we have been building already for 1 year. So the thing is that we are not. If we were to kind of just try to make good impression and then leave and just kind of do a rock pool or whatever people will love to call it, we would not be here building for already a year, just stressing all the time and just working 15 hours per day. And the thing is that as we already have been at the top once we were launched, and we actually kind of got the taste at that place, and we have learned a lot of from our mistakes, from others' mistakes, from our experience and everything. We will be using this knowledge to kind of get back to the top and just be the token which has a lot of utility, and people love that. Because the thing is that at the end of the day, if your token and has the utility and the users are using that, that's like eventually the token will be catching up, and it will be going up. Not the financial advice for sure, but the thing is that we do believe that our hard work will pay off at the end, and we will be just kind of making sure that payoff will be sweet for everyone, for our community members. I do believe you're on the mute.
So sorry.
No
Happens
worries.
sometimes.
Indeed.
Each project has interesting stories before it is created. So, can you tell people about the story that gave you the motivation to build and develop a great project like yours?
That's actually the great question, and the thing is that as we've been building like for already 10 years together with my team, and we've been in crypto for 5 years, we haven't really thought to kind of actually build on the crypto. But the problem and kind of the idea kind of came up that there was no innovation going in DeFi or NFTs for last 2 years. There was not that much. Like everything was happening is like the same DeFi protocol, but with the different colors of the buttons. Like there was the same NFT project, just to slightly change the art. So we thought that there was really a huge, and still there's like tons of room of innovation and like a lot of room to grow. And also on top of that, there was really bad onboarding experience for the crypto users, and there was no fun way to interact with DeFi or play and learn. And we came up with the idea that we would gamify all those different stuff and make it fun and engaging to do those different activities like farming or yield farming, swapping, or doing the lending and borrowing and everything. And that's what we did. And we're trying to do that till today, and we're going to be continuing that for multiple more years. And that was the kind of story behind our inspiration. But the driver has always been to kind of strive for the innovation and kind of create something that the people would love to use and would be beneficial for the community, because like there are multiple ways you can earn money. You can just do a lot of NFT sales or just do some pump and dumps or whatever, but like creating a really useful product that people would use is really the harder thing, and we are just striving for that.
Okay, good. And one question: were you and your team before? Were you yourself gamers?
Sure. So we've been actually like the gamers since the early childhood. Like each one of the team member, like not just the core team. Like I mean, like everyone in our team has been a gamer. Like just starting from the flash games like the Farm Wheel or the Heyday and different other games, like to the super complex games, which are the team players like the Counter Strike or the League of Legends or the Counter Strike. Like the Valorant and different things. Like we've been always actively playing the gaming and have been involved in game development environment, so we can understand what are the needs for the gamers and like what they really love to do.
Okay, that's great. Okay, good, good. I was, I was just interested about that. And separate question. This again from my side only. Who has been developing the killer graphics that you have at the in your in your in your website? Is it
uh,
somebody in your team, the graphic designer?
Yeah, actually, like the awesome thing is that we have everything in house. It's like there we everyone like the sound engineering, graphic engineering, like everything is being built in house. So the team actually kind of needs to kind of update on the website. We currently are 25. There are just the 12 members in there, but yeah, we do have this amazing people in this 3D design as well.
Okay, great, 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 great. Well done. I really like the graphics in your
Appreciate.
webpage. Okay, this is a good question. Why you chose Solana Network? We see some chain pop up with good scalability too. Then why do you choose Solana?
Yeah, that's kind of a funny question. Whenever we were starting, like just the June and May 2021, there was not that big problems about the Solana, and we really liked the tech, and I still really like the kind of way the Solana network is built. Just it just needs some kind of improvements, and the Solana is also in the beta. The thing is that every chain claims that they are scalable. Everyone claims that they are sustainable really well, but as soon as they have a lot of users, they break down. So I do believe that's somewhat what happened with Solana as well. And like there are some bot problems, there are some different problems with the NFT means and everything. But I do believe as time goes, it will be fixing the problems, and I still believe that the Solana can be really great. Chain for the gaming because it's super cheap. It is kind of scalable, it's decentralized, and it's kind of a really good way to onboard the new people. And it can indeed scale. I just believe it just needs some time and some engineering to do. And like if you compare it with other chains, I do believe that till today, if we were starting DeFi and again, we would be choosing Solana just because it has great potential and it has been showing that it can perform really well.
Okay, great. Do you know if there's a if Solana currently has a few thousand projects in their ecosystem?
Yeah, and like the ecosystem has been growing, booming a lot. I do believe that there are. a lot of like people actually just always try to kind of bash on different projects, but I do believe that there are some bad projects, but there are a lot of amazing projects being built on Solana as well. And I do believe that the Solana has already kind of surpassed by the like the people and the hype, the other layer ones as well. So like I do believe this ecosystem will be growing all the time, and I'm super happy to be just one of the first gaming projects out there.
Oh, really? So you're one of the first ones gaming projects in the Solana network.
Yeah, actually, we were the first ever Solana gamification project to launch, like the first one ever to launch.
Oh, wow. When was the launch, the official launch of?
Yeah, it was in September 2021. But like they had, there are like a lot of projects they have been before us, and like they are still, but like no one has a live product yet. So like we were the first one to actually launch any gamification thing out there.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's nice to hear. That's also a big differentiator.
Indeed.
Okay, now question number 10. Okay, this is a little bit of a question with five different sub questions. So I think we can tackle them one by one, if you don't mind, because if I just throw
Sure.
everything at you, it might get a little bit difficult to understand. Okay, so let's start with the first question of this question number 10. How complex is the learning curve to play DeFi land?
If you compare that to the any other DeFi or crypto project, it is like at least 10x either. So you can really easily just gonna get in and just gonna get the idea what are you doing. And as well as we have the tutorials and in-game explanation things coming, so with that it will be getting 100x easier. So I would rate it pretty easy.
Okay, and I assume you have some educational material also to assist
Yeah,
the
so we have
community.
like just the Medium articles, like a lot of Medium articles. We have our docs, and like even if you just get some kind of problems with that, we have a lot of YouTube videos that you can actually search the file, and just there were a lot of amazing people in our community who are creating the content. And also, even if you have some questions, you can just drop it in our Discord, and like our amazing people, the community members, mods, and the team will be answering just within the minutes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Now, question the second question of question number 10. Does SDFL have any happening events planned and any token burn futures for increasing the token value?
Yeah, I believe just that SDFL just gonna just a typing error, so we don't have any SDFL,
Yeah.
but we have DFL. So the DFL doesn't really have any halvening events like the Bitcoin does, because like it's gonna work in different way. But the thing is that we already have introduced several different burning mechanisms. Like the DFL is used for different things. So for example, you can rename your NFT, you can repair your NFT, you can upgrade your NFTs, and just in the future there will be forging, crafting new NFTs, and so on. And all those activities actually do burn DFL. So that's pretty amazing. And the thing is that also we have we will be having some mobile gaming coming with its own use case for DFL. And born as more DFL gets born, as more users are coming, DFL value will be increasing. But once again, not the financial advice indeed.
Okay, thank you. Third part of this last question. Is there any governance privilege on your system for staking your token or NFTs?
Yeah, so yeah, currently, so DFL is actually the governance currency. Even though there is no governance program right now, we will be bringing the governance, I believe, at the end of this year. So if you stake or if you have if you're a holder of DFL, you will be able to vote for different kind of topics on DeFi, or propose different topics on regards related to DeFi. And the reason that why we haven't launched DAO system or the governance system for the DeFi and is that the game development it's pretty hard, and like it requires really great um, focus and the task management to kind of build the foundation of the game. And once we have the really strong and valid foundation of the game with like UI and gamification and like a lot of different DeFi protocol integrations and so on, then we're gonna be all going for the governance, and like we will be giving the users the ability to kind of govern the way DeFi land kind of goes, and just whatever we do next.
Okay, very good. The fourth point of this last question. And I'm sorry, it doesn't show in the banner because the text didn't fit.
Yeah, no
But anyway,
problem.
here it is. Is there a place in there where we can sell our NFTs?
You currently we are using the secondary marketplaces where you can, like, for example, Magic Eden, OpenSea, like the Solana and like Fractal and different ones. So you can just trade your NFTs there. But as I said, like the next week we will be launching our NFT marketplace where you will be able to trade your NFTs with the Solana currency as well as with DFL currency. And if you use DFL currency, you will have no trading fees. So it will be kind of no tax free basically to trade your NFTs. So yeah, I would if I were the one who was asking the question, I would just wait for the NFT marketplace that's coming the next week.
Oh, it will be already next week.
Yes,
Oh wow, okay, that would be a nice future to have an NFT marketplace. Um, I hope
yeah.
the maybe you can come again to the show and have a demo for us. See how
Sure.
it works.
That would be cool. Like, as our game is already launched as well, and I would love to kind of showcase the play and earn, and as well as like the marketplace and all the different features. So yeah, we
Mhm.
can just run it back and just update people who are interested of what we did, how we changed all the different stuff, and yeah, that would be cool.
Great, Erin. Look, we love demos. We love visuals here. So please, you're more than welcome to come once again. Whenever you have something ready for us, please just make sure to contact us and we get it done here. Okay.
Awesome.
Great, fantastic. Now, this is the last point for question number 10. Is DeFi Land just a game that entertains and rewards players, or are there any other use cases?
Yeah, I do believe that DeFi has the most interesting approach about the gamification. So all the other different gamify play to earn games are having this approach where users just come to just to earn the money, and they just gonna come in the game, they earn the money, and whenever the game goes down they just leave. The really unique thing is that Default first had the game where the game was fun, people were just enjoying, and currently on top of that you can earn, so the people are mainly using Default just to play the game and just enjoy and being the community that we have, and afterwards the people on top of that are earning. So I believe that's kind of the differentiator, as well as like we have a lot of different learning opportunities in DeFi, and like just you can just interact with different DeFi protocols. Like NFT Marketplace will be coming, and there will be multiple different things. So I do believe that the DeFi is not just the game where you play to earn, but you actually play to basically learn as well, earn, and then just gonna have fun.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for that. Well, those were the 10 questions, and the winners, 5 questions, who will receive 15,000 DFL tokens each. Because that was another question that came up. It's 15,000 DFL tokens each. So each of the 5 winners. I'll I'll tell you now to our viewers the number of the question, so you'll be able to identify if this was your question or not. So it the first winner is and up. Excuse me, but these questions are all based on the winners on how relevant it was for the project. So the first question to win was question that was number 4 about the smart contracts. The next one who will win is number 6, talking about marketing and the potential that the project can bring. The third one was question number 7 about the future and how can the project and token be positioned in the market. Uh, Number 9 was the fourth winner about Solana, why exactly choose Solana network. And last but not least was number 10, not because of the amount of questions, but because of some of them are really relevant. So those are the 5 top winners. Each winner will be contacted by email as we receive their emails. And then once again, each one will receive 15,000 DFL tokens. So my colleagues will be contacting you, those people who have won the reward. So, Erin, thank you very much. It has been a great show, very entertaining. Again, to our viewers, please remember you are able to invest in the token right now. Go to latoken.com. You can just search for the project DFL and you'll find the landing page and you'll be able to invest right away. If you do not have an account in Latoken, please simply go to latoken.com, open an account. You only need one piece of ID to upload and you'll be able to trade.
Awesome.
Erwin, yes?
Yeah, I mean, like, I want to just kind of say thanks and just kind of really appreciate all the questions and the people who were who took their time to ask some questions, who are really interested in learning about DFL. And even if you have some questions that you think we didn't really cover, or if you're just wondering some more details, feel free to join our Discord community and or other community, and we will be freely welcome you and just gonna ask any question that you have, just literally all of you, to clear all the doubts. And yeah, it was really enjoying the episode to be here.
Thank you, Erin. And actually, I do wanted to ask for your final words. But thank you. Yes, it is very good. No, great to have you here. And please remember, if you have any demo, something visual you want to show us, you're more than welcome to come once again on the show and we get it addressed.
Indeed, that would be awesome. So we can just kind of take the private and just kind of schedule the another call together, because yeah, we already have it live, and we can just kind of show people some more, so they just can visually understand how everything works as well.
And in that, we can give the opportunity also for the viewers to come up with whatever questions they might have. Because
Indeed.
after seeing this show, they might come have different kind of questions that they need answered, and then again, it will be a great opportunity to clear that up.
I agree, and I do believe that's kind of a great opportunity for everyone. So yeah, if you're interested, just make sure to kind of stay tuned for the next episode, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Well, thank you to the DFL team. Thank you, Erin, and to our viewers. We really appreciate your commitment and interest. And then we will see you in the next show. Erin, have a great day.
Likewise, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for the great interview.
Thank you, Erin. Goodbye.
Bye.